It's Martin, yet again for Illuminate. Dan Martin's gonna get another one. Dan Martin, he's back at it again. Dan Martin makes it 3 stage wins. This is where he'd made it drew his first blood last year. Wapos gets a stage win.
Hello everybody and welcome to another stage of the ALLEZ Vuelta. Yes, we're back, and guess what? Today's an uneventful day. Haven't seen that one before. So, Dan Martin's in red, if you forgot. In Chousty then went in the break. He's already on a stage, but he wants some more. Lutsenko as well went in the first wave of breakaway attackers, yes. Sonic, the first wave. Then the second wave of attacks came from Arashiro from the Bosnia and Herzegovina team. Peter Waning of Maja Rosak. And Leonard Kemna of Roompot Nederlandse Lotterij. That's that then. We are coming up to a climb, and this happens. Pow! Ay, big crash. 80 people on the ground, some of which I think you may have heard of. We have Sergio Henao just come down, we have Tim Wellens, a lot of big guys have fallen. Marie Costa, who's that? Oh, message bot, no, I thought it was Micah for a second. Let's get the little flashcards on, or whatever you'd call it, on all the green jersey and yellow jersey contenders. There you go, you can see them there. Is anybody going to pull out? 11 people are currently struggling, and oh, it's quite a few names. Ben Swift, Lilian Calmagin, Theo Guggenhardt, Maxime Montfort, Darwin Atapuma. 2 people from Belgium are pulling out after a nasty crash. Theo Guggenhardt as well could have got top 10 in the young rider classification. Same for Lilian Calmagin, but he's not going to be contending this. Bino Swat is also out. Ben Swift. Lots of people are behind. No yellow jersey contenders, but just green jersey contenders, including sprinters, because this could end up being a bunch sprint, remember. But they're battling it out for mountain points in the breakaway. This is the only reason Waning is here. He needs to defend his mountain jersey over Benyat in Chousty, because that is a big thing for the Hungarian team. They've almost bridged back up, but still that's a huge crash and a big blow to a couple of the teams, especially Belgium, who haven't done much, and they drafted the team based around a mountains attacking team, and 2 of their big riders have gone in that one crash on the foot of the Colado Bermejo. We're going into the El Pozo Ham factory. I don't know why, but it's an interesting place to finish the stage, and I think they sponsor the race, so that might be why. But let's see who wins and who gets a big slice out of today. Look what I did there. Stage 10, remember. Fresh out of the rest day. Peter Waning. Are you sure he's going to sprint for these points? How many are available? Because it will be a big gain to him if he does get some of these points. How do we check it? Profile. The 10, 6, and 4, 3, 2, 1. In Chousty could be leading it then for Team Hot Girls, but it all depends on what happens here. I don't think Waning's gonna crack. In Chousty is the stronger rider, stat-wise. Arashiro is not the strongest sprinter, it's Lutsenko who's the strongest sprinter, but Arashiro and Kemna have just kind of been tagging along to the attacks. But here we go. Carafael are upping the pace, and Aqua Blue as well. They've both been doing a lot of work. Kara, of course, have Michal Kwiatkowski, and Aqua Blue have Michael Matthews, big contender for today's stage. He probably would have bookmarked this one as a stage-winning opportunity. Dan Martin as well, lurking in the wheels. Can he get stage win number 4? That'll be amazing. Alaphilippe too, as we just see riders. There's Ryan Mullen, the Irish champion, pulling off, and Ulisi as well. Would have expected him to be up there, trying to get this, but Kwiatkowski is struggling. He's back down the group, so if there is a split, it's not going to be good. Kemna's back, Kemna's cracked. 4k to go then. It's going to be between Chousty, Waning, Lutsenko, and Arashiro, as Cavendish is trailing behind. It's not good news for him, but I don't think this was a stage he was looking forward to. Someone else has just dropped off, and it's Yukiya Arashiro, the only Japanese rider ever to be an ally. But it looks to be between these 3, and of these 3, Lutsenko is my pick, and Luxembourg needs some good news for Daniel Campos. Waning and in Chousty, I think it's almost certain that Waning will get some points. They start attacking each other. In Chousty looks back, thinks that he has to go. What's it going to be there? Arashi is about to get taken in. Will it be a bunch sprint? Will it be a breakaway affair? Giovanni Visconti surely wants this to come down to a sprint for Michal Kwiatkowski. There's an attack on the inside by Tomo Vokola. He wants some mountain points as well because he thinks he might be able to get a little dig on Waning. Waning's gone. It's going to be Inchausti who takes it. And Inchausti, I think, will probably be the most combative rider. He was in that first wave of attacks with Lutsenko. He takes maximum points on the Corrada Bermejo. And boom, there we go. They roll over the top in that order, and it's getting difficult here. Feline and BMC up the pace. I think some sprinters are getting shaken off. Yes, they are. And GC guys are not getting shaken off. It will end in potentially a bunch sprint between a reduced peloton. Michael Matthews will be licking his lips, because this will be a very, very good opportunity for him. Inchausti and Waning, this is going to be a hairy descent. Watch out for crashes behind. It's single track, and it is very, very tight and technical, and it's long and steep as well. We see these kind of gradients that they're hitting. It's 8-9%. It's fast as well. Matthews riding the good wheels for Aqua Blue. Can Jonathan Nugort get his first ever LA stage win? It's going to be interesting. Peter Waning as well is also looking to get this. He might not be Inchausti may not be the most combative rider. He may be going for a second stage when Waning does not have one yet. He's going from side to side though, and he's looking like he's fading. The gap is also going down very, very quickly. A group of 46 is being formed, and people are being shaken off. Bosenhagen as well, and that is Henao is also being shaken off. Manuel Buchmann. Lots of big riders, and also Von Avermaet. I would have said he could have gone for a stage win today for Luxembourg, but he's obviously not going to chase his teammate. Hungary, who had a good chance of getting the team classification. TJ van Garderen, who was in top 10 at some point. It's interesting, isn't it? Lots of guys, Rui Costa as well. Also, lots of people who can sprint in a GC kind of reduced bunch sprint. That's it then. Let's head to the front, because that is where things are going to be happening. 46 people, and I presume everyone is up here. The yellow jerseys of KFAL are also going for this. Are there any big fast sprinters, fast names up here? Colbrelli seems to always be kind of near the front for Bianchi Blue and not doing anything. Is he here? Is that him? Oh fuck, don't know. 1 minute between them, and there's 16k to go. Maybe I recorded too far out, but there was a big crash. BMC hit the front, and the pace is so high. I don't think the breakaway are going to make it, and Inchausti will make it another day as the most aggressive rider. No, oh, Lutsenko is back. They're back to a trio, and the Ukrainian could win this sprint now. He's rested, and he's not even pedaling. He's soft pedaling his way to victory, potentially, the Ukrainian on the Luxembourgish team. What's it going to be? I still think Michael Matthews is a strong man. He's been denied on so many occasions, and surely he deserves a good stage win. The odd-socked team, Tekla Hammergod, could actually go with Talansky himself. I have no idea who else is in the group. Maybe Dylan von Barle. I can't really tell who is actually a half-decent sprinter. Fabio Feline for BMC actually could be a good pick. All the big GC guys, they're all up here, all trying to stay up here and gaining time. Von Avermaet has made it back, and he also could be a contender for this sprint. 10k to go. Lutsenko, Waning, and Inchausti are still out here riding for this. It's Samuel Sanchez behind who's chasing. They're working for Alaphilippe, of course, and maybe for Feline. Tony Gallopin as well is not too bad of a sprinter, and watch as they just kind of move around the road. Andre Amador, and there's so many good sprinters. Well, there's so many like kind of average sprinters here, but Michael Matthews is always here, always showing himself. And here I come Aqua Blue, Jay McCarthy, or are they going to throw it away yet again? 5k to go. It's 43 seconds to gap. The breakaway are not working together. Morocco are trying to chase this. Can Inchausti make it a last-minute win again to make it number 2 for Hot Girls? Also up here's Lutsenko. He was the man I said that would probably win the stage if it ended up in a sprint. Now they're finally trying to pace this one back. The brake have just completely stopped cooperating, and the ham factory is in distance. Jay McCarthy's bringing it back. Michael Matthews is right up here in the wheels. The brake are back. The winner, no, Jay McCarthy's kind of leaving them all. Who are Joker going for? They have Pierre Roland. No, it's Vincenzo Nibali who they're going for. Michael Matthews on the left. Here comes Talansky through the centre. Is it going to be Matthews? We can't even tell. Or is Matthews going to lose it again? Here he comes! The acceleration for Michael Matthews is unrivaled. He wins it at the Ham Factory, and he gets a big slice of victory today. It's Matthews ahead of Rowan Dennis, who keeps doing well in sprints, Andrew Talansky, and Geraint Thomas. What a win, and it is a big one for Michael Matthews, and that is his first ever stage win, and Aqua Blue finally make it pay off. Well, Geraint Thomas in 4th, Benyat in Chousty, a whole day in the breakaway, and he still made 5th place. Nibali in 6th, Martin in 7th. That was a very, very good finish there. I don't think many GC guys were left out in the end, so that's that. Michal Kwiatkowski outside of the points. That's interesting. Barguil in top 10, Pinot in top 10, Philippe Joubert in top 10, Bauke Mollema as well scoring points, Ilnur Zakarin scoring points. This is very interesting. Aqua Blue rolling over the line. They'll be hearing that Michael Matthews has finally sewn up a stage win. That is huge news for them, and they'll be very, very glad that he's done it, because it's been a long time coming for Aqua Blue. He kept on winning the bunch sprints behind and had just bad luck day after day, because someone would attack or a breakaway would win, but he's always contending. And he is Mr. Consistent in LA, of course, Michael Matthews' first round pick, and he takes a stage win. Can he be your green jersey champion? Here is that sprint. I said Michael Matthews is probably going to be unrivaled in Aqua Blue in their new white kit. Bam! Over the line, arms in the air. It was a pretty convincing win for Michael Matthews for Aqua Blue. And that is that. Matthews ahead of Dennis and Talansky. They are the top 3 of the day. Dan Martin still leads this race, of course. Peter Waning is your best climber. And we have Dan Martin leading the points. Pretty convincing lead over Michal Kwiatkowski. Matthews does not take 2nd place yet. Best young rider is Bob Jungels, ahead of Alaphilippe, of course. And it seems to be the same thing every day, day in and day out. AFPL's your best team. I have no idea what stage 11 has in store for us, but I'm sure it'll be another interesting stage. Michael Matthews, though, does it again. He's won stages at the Tour de France. He won the last stage of the Tour de France, last stage of the Vuelta last year. He won a stage at All Stars, and he is Mr. Consistent. He's won a stage at every LA GT he's been at since the Vuelta 2015. That is a record that no one has, and that is amazing. Alaphilippe comes close, but still does not have a record that's as squeaky clean as that. But what a win. And it's a big day. Tomorrow then, stage 11, we are going up to Calar Alto. It's going to be the first big proper mountain duel. Who's going to win? Write in the comment section. My money is on Wout Poels. He looked so strong the other day going up the other climb on stage 9. Can he do it again? Thibaut Pinot has something to prove, I feel, for Xbox. They will be wanting victory and that red jersey. Vincenzo Nibali, he's missed that red jersey. He'll be smelling blood, because red is that colour of blood. He wants it back. Micah, kind of there. He's just always around there. Geraint Thomas as well. I think he'll be just trying to limit the losses and waiting for that TT. Warren Barguil, the silent man, he's always been in that top 10. Always been around there. Even in today's stage, he didn't do anything, but he still ended up in the top 10 and 54 seconds back. He's just kind of been lingering, waiting for that big mountain. Romain Bardet, I don't even know what he's doing. He attacks when he wants to attack, but then just doesn't do anything a lot of the time. Fabio Aru is the same thing. Bob Jungels, I don't even know who AFPL are going for, but I presume it's Poels. And Michal Kwiatkowski, it's damage limitation time tomorrow, because he hasn't done as well as people expected from this first week. Ilnur Zakarin as well. I expect him to be attacking, but we all know how temperamental Zakarin is. Landa, I presume, will be attacking. He's always that kind of attacking character. Kelderman, who? Julien Alaphilippe, bye. I don't think he's going to be doing anything anymore. Maybe the white jersey. Bauke Mollema has to kind of make his way back up. Simon Yates as well. Disappointments for them. Jakob Fuglsang too, a big disappointment. Potsaviva, I presume, will be the attacking character, because that is who he is, and he needs time before this TT. And Uran as well needs to make some time back, because he didn't do as well as we all thought in the last couple days. So, that is that from the El Pozo Alimentación. It was the ham factory, and it was Matthews who took it. He smelt the ham, he smelt the meat, and he takes the win. Thanks everyone for watching. Please like, please subscribe, and ta-ra.